do some camera checks. Where is... Alright. Let's see how this starts. Alright. Yeah, okay, so we've got all our cards are sorted, so where's the tutorial? Alright, so first time playing, we're gonna play through the tutorial with 4 players, okay. Chapter 3, okay, chapter 3 for the campaign. So we'll start the tutorial on chapter 2, which will then take us into the campaign. Okay. So we got tutorial deck A and tutorial deck B. Got a danger dice reference card. Yeah. Yeah, with the T for tutorial. Game round dice check reference. Yep, check. I've got the crew boards. Section compartments are set up. Planetpedia. Start token, action tokens, turn tokens. Yep, that's all good. 12 injury dice, 2 danger dice, rank sleeves. Okay. We're going to be playing all 4 sections. Players should discuss between the... Yeah, okay, that's fine. And then go to log 1. Okay. Alright, so... Probably need... Is that light there? No, that's auto light. Just want to check that the cameras are all on. So switch to lander. Although nothing's really on the lander yet. Then we've got the free cam here. So we don't really have an easy mount for this one yet. But okay, so that camera's working. That's the free cam. Close the dice. Ice tray's turned off. Let's reset. Okay, USB camera not working.
Solar system. Our engineers are trying everything to decelerate possible without endangering the crew's health and the ship's integrity. You're our plan B. We're sending you forward to scout the object and determine its composition and structure. We need to know how close we can get without endangering Vanguard. We've equipped your lander with additional fuel and extra supplies. If Vanguard flies past the sphere, it might take months for us to reconnect. This means you won't have any cargo space for any additional equipment. Due to your rapid awakening, you may also feel not at your best. We hope the effects of the torpor chamber fade before you reach your objective. Godspeed.
Alright, continue reading the prepare away team. Okay. Alright, so we are going to grab tutorial deck A, and we are removing the top card from the game. Take the top 4 cards from the tutorial deck and give the crew members to the following sections. Alright. So it's going to go Riku to security, Amir. This might be easier to track for now. So Riku, Amir is going to science. Ulrich going to recon. Jaeyoung is going to engineering. Place each of the crew members into a rank 1 sleeve. Okay, so our sleeves are here. So we're going to need a blue sleeve for there, a pink sleeve, a purple sleeve, and a yellow sleeve. Okay. And they're in normal protective sleeves. So we kind of just got to remove them and then add them to their new sleeve. Alright, for now I'll remove those 4 sleeves from the game as well. Select which crew members will be in the away team. For this tutorial, Amir from the science section must be chosen as part of the away team. So we're obviously just going to go all 4, because we're playing a 4-player tutorial. Place the crew boards for the sections in the away team in front. Place the crew members onto the matching crew board in their sleeve. And then any unused crew boards will go back in the box, and the cards will go into resting crew. Each player will choose a mini to represent their crew member. Yeah, we're good for that. And then we go to log 5. Let's go have a quick look, see what these guys got going on. Riku is part of security. He can spend 1 charge to draw a chosen card from his discard pile. Okay. Might be better if we maybe go to free cam. We can have a look at this guy. So spend a charge to draw a chosen card from your discard pile. And we've got a wild card. During a dice check, if at least 2 results in the roll pool are Vanguards. Spend 1 charge to move all dice with a result to the spent pool. Okay. So she can spend a charge to refresh a blue, green, or red and draw an additional card. And he can spend a charge to assist with any number instead of 1. Okay. Alright, so chuck the crew members into their slots. Just kind of got dice everywhere. And yellow. Blue. Go under there for now. Go to the next bit. Alright, let's check out log 5.
Capcom, this is the away team. We're approaching the target. Our short-range scans detect an outer shell of unknown carbon allotrope that seems to absorb all emissions. We have no way of knowing what's inside.
We're already crunching your data, away team. I'll let you know if we find anything.
No wonder we couldn't detect this thing. It was literally built to be invisible. Should we attempt the landing?
No, we're not sure how resilient the structure is. Make a closer flyby and deploy a sample gathering drone.
Roger, Vanguard. Wait. I'm detecting something on the surface of the sphere. A metallic object embedded in its shell. Look here. The surface around it is cracked, almost as if it crashed into it. It's turning toward us? We're hit! It's shooting at us! It's some sort of automated sentry, anchored on the sphere.
Abort. Do you copy, away team? Abort mission now.
Ooh, we've crashed on the surface of an alien object. Continue preparing your section dice and cards. Okay. Alright, so prepare section dice. Take the section dice for each crew member as per the images on the right, placing the dice into the available slots. If a crew member is not in the away team, place their dice in their compartment instead. Okay, so let's do purple. Oops. Alright, so purple needs 1 green dice. No, I got that wrong. Purple needs 2 green dice. Just gotta find the ones that we want. There it is. Yellow needs 1 green dice. Pink needs 2 green dice. And blue, which is underneath the board, needs 1 dice. So I'll just put it there for now. Okay, purple needs 1 red dice. And then yellow, 2 red dice. Pink needs 2 red dice. And then blue is going to take 3 red dice. Just gotta find the right ones. He gets an arm, a shield. Okay. Alright, and blue dice. Blue will get 1 blue. Purple gets 2 blue. That one and that one. Pink gets 1. And yellow gets 2. Okay, so once we've done the dice, take the top 12 cards from the tutorial deck. Yeah, so we've got all the different colours there. Keeping them face down, not changing the order. Give each crew member in the away team the 3 cards corresponding to their section. Players will place these cards face down in the section deck slot instead of the left side of their crew board. In the section deck slot. Instead of their on the left side of their crew board, so pink. Yellow, purple, and blue. Okay, remove the section cards for sections not in the away team. Each player draws the top 2 cards from their deck into their hand. The player should now have the following cards. So Amir should have trial and error and improvised treatment. Yeah. Ulrich should have born lucky and athletics. Cho should have specialist toolkit and emergency shelter. And blue will start with endurance and backup plan. Okay. Alright, what do we got? So, it's main effect at the top, and then dice combination effects at the bottom. Okay. Alright, we're on page 2 to 3 of the Planetopedia. This is the planet board for the tutorial, the Eye of the Void, the object you have crash landed on. Remove from the game this card of the B deck. Take the top card from the tutorial deck and place it incomplete on the top edge of the planet board. All players should familiarize themselves with what is written on the card. So it says, to increase ranks after a planetary exploration, your team will need to fulfill a specific task listed on the rank up card and gather enough success tokens. In this exploration, you only need to gather at least 3 success. Once you do, flip this card to the completed side. Okay. So that's supposed to go there. I don't have much space on this table. When playing the campaign, you will draw 2 rank up cards and choose one to keep, but for this tutorial, the one you have is already chosen for you. Okay, cool. Take the next card from tutorial deck B, place it face down in the unique discovery space. Okay, so we don't know what that is yet. And then take mission 1 from the A deck and place it face up in the mission space, okay? And then we have a global condition, which is pre-printed for the first mission. Take a look at the sectors on the planet board. Some sectors 1, 2, 6 and 7 contain a pre-printed point of interest. Sector 3 contains an empty space for a point of interest card, and 4, 5 and 8 contain a log entry. The lines connecting some of these sectors represent available paths. Take the top 11 cards from the tutorial deck, place them face down next to the planet board. Okay. So these ones just kind of sit to the side for now. Take the top 4 cards of tutorial deck B, which are injury cards, place them face up next to the planet board. Okay. Place them face up next to the planet board. Okay. Place the mini for Amir, which is purple. He's going to start in the twisted wreckage. The player to the left of Amir places their mini in the crash site. The player to their left places their mini in sector 1, and if there is a 4th, place their mini in sector 2. Right, okay. So basically, yellow, and then blue, and then pink, like that. Let's go to that one. What do we do now? Yeah, we've done that. We've placed the players on the board, turn tokens, and start token. Amir will be starting. Where's my action tracker? I've got an action tracker somewhere. Chuck those up there for now. And action tracker. Read mission 1 aloud. Your team is scattered across the surface of this strange alien structure. Some trapped in the broken tail of the crash lander, and some scattered around the burning from half. Your first mission is to regroup in sector 4. So, I've got to set blue up as well. So our mission. So regroup in sector 4. Okay. Regroup in sector 4. All crew members need to be present in this sector at the same time. Whenever someone enters sector 4, don't forget to go to the log listed there. When you fulfill the objective, you will be asked to discard this mission. Okay. And then it says go to log 20. So I'm just going to quickly chuck these down underneath. Dice. Right. Okay. Alright. So then it says to do log 20. So this is the starting player.
Awaiting exploration report 27C. We survived the crash, but we were not out of the woods yet. The lander broke into two parts upon impact, and some of us were trapped inside its mangled tail section.
Alright. Amir's first action. So everyone gets a turn going clockwise. We all get 2 actions. Amir has the starting token, so he'll go first. In the action step, perform 2 actions. In the end turn step, flip turn token, draw and resolve an event card. There are 5 different actions we can perform: a travel, a rest, a prepare, lift off, and special action. Amir would like to perform the travel action to move to Sector 5. However, the icon in the top right of the POI indicates that travel from this location is not allowed. Okay. So the bulkhead is shut, basically. We need to force it open to be able to exit this space. Instead, perform a special action printed on the POI. This is a special action that involves a dice check. Dice checks are one of the main mechanisms. To resolve this dice check, follow the scripted instructions below, which we'll go through. These steps to resolve a dice check are summarized on a reference card. So, where's the reference card? Take any number of available section dice, place them into your hand. Add injury and danger dice, roll the dice, modify the results, check the combinations, resolve injury or danger, resolve special effects, mark outcomes, spend dice, and resolve outcomes. Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot. Alright, so to estimate the number of dice you need to get the desired result, look at the rows below. The name of the special action. A row marked in green is a positive outcome and a result in the action being successful. A row marked in red usually indicates the action has been unsuccessful. In this case, the red outcome space has an arrow pointing to the green outcome. This means that even if the action fails, you will resolve the green outcome also. So Amir actually doesn't have any of the dice that we want. They're looking for... where's the... So we're looking for these 3 dice symbols to roll, which will then give us a success, and then we can replace this card with P101 from the tutorial deck. If we fail, we have to roll the danger dice. but then we'll still get the success. So he could choose to roll no dice and just accept the red outcome. However, Amir doesn't like the idea of rolling the danger dice. Take the red and blue die as indicated in the image below from Amir's crew board. Although these dice do not have any of the icons needed for the green outcome, each die has a Vanguard icon which counts as any other icon. If you roll at least one Vanguard icon, you will succeed. Now we could assist with Riku, the security crew member, but because of the tutorial, it's suggesting he's gonna not contribute to this check. We would usually add injury and danger dice, but we're not injured at the moment, so all we're going to be doing is grabbing that one for me. So we're going to be rolling those two dice, which we will do in a second. It's weird, won't focus. I don't know. It did focus before, and now it's not. There we go. Okay. So we're not going to add any injury dice. At this point, you would normally roll all of the dice in your hand together, or dice rolled by the player and any assisting players. In the tutorial, usually we would grab the dice and we would give it a roll. But for this tutorial purpose, well, I got the results I needed anyway, but we're going to be assuming that we rolled these two symbols. Okay. So the icon on the red die is an accident. Often this will result in a negative effect. The icon on the blue die is a basic icon. This result has no effect on its own, but could still be useful in some situations. So we have a few different sections in a let's go over to here. Try and keep track. So on this guy, so we've got a few different sections. We've got our available dice, which then we take into our hand, and then we roll it, and then we spend it, and it comes down here into the spent pool. So for now, let's just switch for a sec. Alright, so not a great result. I'm not sure why they're forcing us to do this. During this step, the crew members play section cards and use other dice modifier effects to change the results of their dice and meet the requirements of the desired outcome. So, Amir has a card, which we can probably go back to here. He has a card called Trial and Error. Now, trial and error. During a dice check, move one die from the roll pool to your owner's spent pool to turn one other die to the chosen result. So, Amir can move the red die with the accident symbol to the spent pool to change the result of the blue die to a Vanguard. We can then treat the Vanguard icon as any of the three icons that we need. It doesn't matter which one, any of them will do. So pretty much this will go into spent pool, and then this one will become a Vanguard, which would also get spent. And then this one here says says that we only need one of the 3 symbols. Vanguard counts as one of those, so we'll gain a success token. Where did I put the success tokens? So I'll put the success token on the rank up card to keep track. I will discard trial and error. Now it says that trial and error also has a special ability, but I don't think we got that one. No, dice combinations aren't going to take effect till later in the tutorial, so we'll skip that. Resolving special effects, we skip that. During this, now we're going to mark our outcomes, which we know what we got. Always start at the top row and work your way down to see if you meet the requirements. If you do, move those dice to your spent pool and place a marker on the outcome space. If a marker was placed, proceed to step 9. Only one marker can be placed on the card during this step. So, I mean, maybe it counts if there's more than one thing, but basically we're marking that we've triggered that. We're marking that we've triggered that one there. Okay. Amir meets the requirement for the green outcome. Move the blue die with the Vanguard to the spent pool. If Amir chose not to play his section card in step 4, he would not have met the requirements. In this step, you would move all remaining dice in your roll pool to your spent pool, but you don't have any dice left. During this step, resolve the outcome, so we gained a success token, which we placed on the indicator space on the upper edge of the planet board. Success tokens will be explained later on. Oh, so actually they go to there. The second effect of the green outcome is to place P101 over the top of the force bulkhead open. So the twisted wreckage now will be taken over by the outer surface. So the outer surface basically, we can't reach the other part of our lander via the surface, but we could descend into the honeycomb structure of the sphere. So we'll get rid of that and put this on top. So now we can take samples from this space. So it says if we roll one of the 3 symbols, we gain a success. Red, green, and blue gain a unique discovery and replace with card P000. Okay. So and that ends Amir's first action, the basics of a dice check. Okay. Not bad. Amir now finds himself on the outer surface card. This POI has another special action printed on it. However, even though each crew member performs 2 actions per turn, they can only perform 1 special action, indicated by the special arrow. Therefore, Amir must choose a different action. Unlike the previous POI, this card does not have the block icon, which means he can perform a travel action. This will let him move along a path. Okay. You must resolve each travel icon, which will indicate what you must look at the current global condition. So the current global condition, which is over in scattered supply crates down here. So traveling just says exhaust or roll danger to move to a connected sector. You have unlimited supplies in this tutorial. Okay, so it's probably easy mode. Easy mode for that one. And we've only really got, I think, 1 travel, so we can only really travel here. We can travel here to come over to Sector 5, which is log 227. So, let's flick over for a sec. Alright, so do I spend the die or roll the danger? For the purpose of this tutorial, let's say that Amir decides to take the risk of rolling the danger die. Roll 1 danger die, compare the result to the T entry of the danger die. If your result is listed, apply its effect. If not, there is no negative effect. T is used only in the tutorial and only 2 effects are possible. To resolve a spend die effect, choose a die from your available dice on your crew board and place it on your spent pool. In this case, the image of the die shows all 3 colours, so you can choose any. If you gain just a scratch injury, there are a number of ways you can become injured during a mission. See the injuries section on page 22. Regardless of the result, move Amir to Sector 5 and then listen to log 227. Okay. So let's just do the danger die. That would be this one. Alright. It's just a single. So can't really get that. It's kind of this way, isn't it? Not clear. Not clear that way. Is this camera better? Gain a just a scratch injury. Okay. Gain just a scratch. So that's this card here. It says, if you have just a scratch injury, you cannot gain another injury. If you gain another injury, ignore it. Okay. Where do I put it? I think it goes down here on Amir. Oh yeah, injury. So under Amir, under injury. Yeah, I think you can only take 3 injuries before it's a problem. Alright. Log 227. Alright, because he's going to go here. Oh no, sorry. Purple is going to go here. POI card P109 in Sector 5. Okay. Carbon mesh. There's no obvious way forward, only a labyrinth of tiny passages. Special action to squeeze through. Okay. Try and take your crew member and any number of assisting crew members from this sector and place them in Sector 4. Okay. So it looks like we can use a special action to squeeze through to Section 4 to Sector 4 from here. So we can get back up, and it doesn't look like we can go back through the control room. As you can see, this sector appears to be a dead end. The only other path connects this sector with Sector 6, but unfortunately the directional arrow indicates that you can only travel from 6 to 5, not from 5 to 6. Your turn is over, but before continuing, take a moment to look at two interesting features of your card. The special action has the danger die icon next to it. This means that when you perform this special action, you must roll a danger die along with your other dice and resolve its result before you resolve the rest. The special effect between the name of the action and the outcome rows instructs you to resolve the red outcome if you roll at least one accident. This one is an immediate special effect and will be explained in the rulebook. Okay, so it's going to be pretty tough. Continue reading. Amir's turn is now over. Flip his turn token to the ended side. The crew member must draw and resolve an event card. However, event cards will be introduced later in the tutorial. Okay. So it goes to yellow. And yellow is now the next player. And his turn is over. Any crew member in Sector 2 also faces a difficult situation. The melting hull is endangering volatile oxygen tanks. And is also blocked. Okay, so let's listen to log 50.
Away team, exploration report 1B. When I woke, the cockpit was dark and filled with smoke. A strange glow seeped in through the cracks of the fuselage. Whatever this turret brought us down with, it was still eating through the hull, melting steel like butter. I thought about the oxygen tanks and supplies in the cargo bay below the cockpit. If we were to survive until the rescue, they needed to be saved.
Alright. So, try and save the supplies. This also requires a dice check, but it's resolved in a different way to the one we saw on Amir. Instead of outcome with requirements, each outcome has a track. This type of dice check represents various activities with progress that can be measured instead of trying to roll a fixed requirement. Each of your dice will give a chance of progressing the track. The first time you progress, place a marker on the leftmost space. Each subsequent progress moves the marker to the right. When the marker moves onto the outcome space, progressing it again will not move it farther. The effect of that space is applied at the end of the check. For both tracks on this POI, 4 progress is needed to apply the effect of the outcome. Right, okay. And progress is saved. It never goes away. You can even make some progress, travel elsewhere, come back and continue. The 2 special effects of this action are resolved from left to right. First, any accident icon you roll will progress the red track, and then those dice will be moved to your spent pool. Then each section die you have remaining in your roll pool will progress the green track. Okay. So, it's yellow's turn. So we just got to roll dice and not get accidents. It's going to be tough, right? Because if I do 3, we can just do 3 dice and see what we get. Try and save the supplies. I'll take this danger die out. Okay, we got 2 success, 1 accident. So we're going to need 2 purple markers for this. We've got 2 success, so we're going to first put 2 markers down. And then we're going to progress 1 because we got 2 for that one. These are all going to be spent. Alright, that was our first action. What is our... Oh, I should probably have checked our cards first, right? Turn 1 blue to the chosen result. Oh, okay. I do have a card called Specialist Toolkit. So... Specialist Toolkit lets us change a blue dice result. So let's just discard that and take away that blue marker and progress it 1 more. For my second action, okay, so it's basically saying in the tutorial, if you're applying, if you did not make enough progress to reach the end of the green track, try again next turn. Then it says there's a rest. If you take your first rest action, it will use your supplies. However, in the tutorial mission, you have unlimited supplies. When you rest, refresh half of your total number of section dice, rounding up. If you have 5 dice in total, you will refresh 3. Okay. I guess that's what we'll do then, because we can't take the special action again with engineering, so I will rest, which will give me 3 dice back. And I get to draw a section card from my deck. At rank 1, the number of section cards a crew member may have in their hand is 2. If you have 3 cards, you must discard 1. Always reshuffle if you have no cards to draw. Okay. So now we have, during a dice check, re-roll 1 of any dice. Guiding beacon. Okay. And that's 1 action, 0 actions. My turn is done. And there's no events in the tutorial yet. So now it's Blue's turn. Blue is on the outer surface. Now Blue can try and sample supplies or go to the carbon mesh. It does say here, try and take the surface samples. Goes perform the take surface sample special action shown on the card. This action is similar to the one Amu performed on his turn, but there is a third outcome referred to the section of the bonus outcomes. The green outcome of this special action instructs you to gain a unique discovery. The green outcome also tells you to replace P101 with P000. Okay. Okay, right. So we can use this space to gain success token, but if we use a red, a green and a blue and get the unique discovery, then we have to replace this outer surface with something else. So does it explain what is that? What that dice means? Red and green and blue. I'm sure there must be a section in the book that just like tells you what the it says here. Um. So when you, in the case of the take the surface sample special action, the bonus outcome gives you a success token. Then you apply the effect of the green outcome. This is indicated by the yellow arrow pointing from the yellow outcome to the green outcome. So you could choose to roll only one die, get lucky and get the result you want, gain a success token. But if you do not roll any of these results, one die alone is not enough to get the green outcome. Okay. So if we rolled a red, a green, and a blue, we would also trigger the green one, the green outcome, even if we don't get the yellow outcome. Okay. So you can kind of try and trigger it anyway. Okay, so Riku, first action, spending an action, and we need to get a pick or a we can't get any of those signs with blue, which means we need Vanguard symbol. We need a Vanguard symbol. So let's just roll all three dice. Let's just roll all three dice. Oh, there we go. Got a Vanguard. So we spend the Vanguard, gain a success token. The rest of my dice are spent. We gain the unique Discovery 1 card, which says Exotic Carbon Allotrope. When unloaded, place Research Project R01 in the awaiting envelope. Okay, I'm sure we'll figure out what that is later, so we'll just put that in the found discoveries up there. And then we replace it with P000, which is probably going to be just like, yeah, nothing of interest here. So for my second action with Riku, I will travel, which means I will roll the danger die. And it's a scratch injury, just a scratch. And that would be my turn. Going across to Recon. Alright, player 4 will travel to Sector 4 by spending a die, which will then trigger a log entry. Okay, so makes sense. So player 4 is Recon. So there is a travel symbol at the top here that states that we will spend a die to go to log 311. I will spend I'll spend a red die. Oh, I just realized I've got little special symbols on all my characters. I don't think it was useful in any of my circumstances, but looks like the characters can convert icons as well. That will probably come into play later. Alright, log 311. What have we found?
The darkness and silence of an eons-old structure enveloped me. The carbon mesh formed small tunnels,
So it's basically asking me if everyone is in section 4, because that's the end game condition. But only one person is there so far. So we now did I miss something? Shouldn't I put a card out? Ah, okay. So nothing actually comes out onto that space. Perform the prepare action. This action is explained on page 22 of the rulebook, but for now just draw one section card. Skip the part about dice combinations. At the end of your turn, flip your turn token over. The round is now complete, and you can go to log 59. Okay. So last action will be to prepare, which lets me draw a card. Should I... Choose another crew member on the planet board. Place your crew member in their sector. I have to discard a card. Okay. And go to log 59. All crew members now have their turn token on the turn ended side. This ends the first round. From now on, you have full control over your choices of actions before continuing the game. Browse through the sections under continuing the tutorial in the rulebook. There is no need to read all these sections in full right now. Only read them the first time you need them. Okay. Okay. So right now, all we're really trying to do, because I guess the thing here is that going to section 3 doesn't really matter right now, and our mission is just to get to everyone to sector 4. So everyone's going to pretty much flip, and then we're going to try and all get there. So after the tutorial, we've got some descriptions on certain things like adding events and cleaning up after the tutorial, promoting crew members, and then we continue the campaign. Okay. So I guess we just work through the mission at this point. Which is not too far off, so we'll flip everything over. Go back to the starting player. So what's interesting is we probably need to all rest at some point, especially this guy. So security needs to rest. She rested last turn, so ready to go. So we'll try and do something and a rest, and then we'll go from there. Alright, let's try and squeeze through. Add a danger dice to the roll. Okay. And I need to get a computer or a navigation type symbol. I can't do either. But during a dice check I can re-roll. Maybe, okay. So, do they all have Vanguards? Yeah. Okay. So, let's contribute 2 dice to this with a danger die. And hopefully we get something good. No, we don't. We get a scratch. I can't get another scratch. But I will re-roll a dice. Try and get a Vanguard. But I did not get it. And then I will rest. I will take my blue, my red, and my green. I did not get an accident, so I don't need to listen to log 112. And that is my turn. Okay, it's going to be hard to get out of this little crawl space. This guy is going to try and get that success at the crash site. So he just needs to roll any coloured dice. I'm just going to roll 1 dice because he does get a reroll. She gets a reroll. So 1 dice. That's good enough. We gain a success. Which is also going to trigger our rank up at the end of this, which is great. And then point of interest 102 comes out, which is recovered supplies. So now we have the option to use the aid station, discard 1 injury card and 1 injury die. And we have rest and recover, refresh 4 dice, and draw 2 section cards. Oh, when I rested, I should have drew a section card as well. Now, just a scratch. What does that symbol mean on just a scratch? It's got like a little danger symbol. Did they explain it? What is that symbol? I can't find it, which is very odd. Okay, so it says when you take just a scratch, when you take any injury, you place it on your player board in the injury section, but then you also put a yellow injury die in the top dice slot of any column. Whenever you make a dice check, any injury dice you have must be rolled. If the result of an injury die in your pool matches the icon on your injury card, place the injury die on the card and apply the effect. If the result of the die does not match an icon, leave it in your roll pool. But there are no effects in the tutorial, which can modify these dice, but there are in the campaign. Okay. During the prepare action, we should have tried to match our dice combinations. Okay. Alright. So basically, when I made that roll for one die, so let's just say that there is an injury dice. Let's just say there's an injury dice at the top of my blue column. So pretty much grab that injury die and roll it with my dice check. And if that symbol matches just a scratch, exhaust a dice, which it did not match. Now, where does it go after that? The blue dice goes into my spent pool, and the yellow dice goes back to any column. Okay. So I guess it just affects your total dice pool. Alright, yellow has no injuries and does not. Oh, that was actually a mistake. That that dice belongs to engineering. So spent pool there. So my second action will be to exhaust. I'll exhaust a red dice and move to log 311. I'm not going to play 311 because I just need everyone to be there. So that is her turn. Security needs to rest before I do anything else. I can't even get those symbols, so let's rest and get 3 dice back. And draw a card. I wonder if I can change a dice to a Vanguard. Turn 1 red dice to a chosen result. It seems there's no real specification. I think you can turn it to any result. Just turn 1 red to the chosen result. Oh, so I can choose the result, I guess. So I'll keep that. There's no time tracks, so let's get rid of delay tactics for now. Okay. And then the second action, I can just roll 1 red and spend backup plan to turn 1 red to the chosen result, which would be a Vanguard. Take your crew member and any number of assisting crew members from this sector and place them in Sector 4. Oh, so that actually would have been a lot quicker if I knew how to do assists. Is assisting in the tutorial. Whenever a crew member is making a dice check, each other crew member in the same sector may choose to assist. The crew member making a dice check is known as the active crew member. Crew members can assist in one or both of the following ways. During step 1 of the dice check, another crew member may assist by choosing 1 die from their available dice. This die is rolled during step 3 and may be used by the active crew member as if it was in their roll pool. When it is moved to the spent pool, place it in the spent pool of the owning member. During step 4, Another crew member may assist by playing one section card. If there is a danger die icon to perform represented. Okay, yep, so we know that already. And I assume we apply it to the active player. Yeah. Okay. So he might as well have assisted, so that he can doesn't really matter what he rolled, but well, maybe it does. What does accident do on this one? Go to log 112. Okay, so it says that as long as they're assisting, okay, as long as they're assisting, so we can choose not to. We can choose not to use the dice, but because they rolled the accident, we have to go to log 112.
I'm entering the subsurface. It seems an external shell of the sphere rests on a mesh of something that looks like carbon filaments. Just about large enough to squeeze through. I think I can use them to reach the other parts of this sector. Be careful. There's no telling how this structure... Damn! Away Team 1. I see your heart rate spiking. What's going on? I seem to be stuck. There's no one who could assist you at this time. Can you free yourself? I'll try, Vanguard. Away Team out.
So basically, it just says that we failed the check, but we can choose to either slowly work our way down and exhaust 3 dice to get to Sector 4. We can call for help. If there's another crew member with us, they can exhaust a dice to help us. Or we can use tools and roll a danger die. Okay, so we'll just call for help. Alright, so couple things there. So number one, blue would need to exhaust another die. So we'll probably just do a red one to get us across. I forgot to also roll a danger die because squeezing through adds a danger die. So the active player can't take another scratch, but should have an injury. And the injury matches. So we have to exhaust another one. So we exhaust another red. Reason I'm doing that is because I have a card that lets me refresh 3 red on a dice combination. But I can probably just rest rather than try my luck at dice combinations. So we've all made it to section 4. So we're just going to do the log and then pause there.
Away Team exploration
Yes, we're all there.
Away team exploration report 1D. As the last member of the away team appeared in the distance, we felt instant relief. The mission started in disaster, but we were alive. We regrouped, we had some supplies, and we were not far from the designated landing zone. It was time to get to work. First, we needed to make sure that any rescue team sent after us wouldn't suffer the same fate.
Yes, your first mission is now complete. Gain 1 success. Place 1 success in the indicated space. Place point of interest P105 in Sector 4. This replaces the card outline, which means crew members who enter Sector 4 are no longer directed to 311. Okay.
Away team exploration report 1E. The demolition charges we salvaged from the lander could now come in handy. Thanks to the webway of tunnels under the surface of the sphere, we could reach a spot directly under the cannon and blow up the entire portion of the sphere it rests upon. We know it is a safer and faster approach, though it would lead to a gaping hole in the structure and remove a part of its cloaking surface. The giant Dyson sphere would no longer be invisible. Some of us proposed a riskier alternative. We could reach the cannon via the surface, run towards its base, and then find a way to disable it, or destroy it with a much smaller charge placed directly on its side. We put it to a vote.
Okay. So we're going to try and blow it up. Sector 3 contains the cannon which brought down your lander. A POI card will be placed here based on your next decision. When exploring alien worlds, your away team will often come upon tough choices that can shape your campaign. This is one of them. Blowing up the sphere under the alien cannon is faster and safer, but it will compromise the ability of the sphere to cloak itself, making it easier to find for all other potential travelers. Surgically disabling the cannon will take more effort and be riskier. All players discuss and choose one. In case of a tie, the security section player will make the final decision. Blow up the part of the sphere with a cannon, or approach and disable the cannon. I feel like I want to be a little bit more stealthy and try and disable it. Take the top card of Tutorial Deck A, Mission 2, read it aloud, place it in the mission card space, place P107 in Sector 3, and then continue the game. Before you attempt to reach the cannon, consider resting. Okay. So, we are now on to the next mission, and P107 is in Sector 3, which is the bulbous cannon. And over here, Mission 2 is secure the crash site. The Vanguard knows our last coordinates and will surely send a second team to investigate unless we find a way to silence the cannon that brought us down. Find a way to neutralize the cannon. When you fulfill the objective, you'll be asked to discard the mission. Okay. So pretty much we got to stop this thing from drawing more Vanguards to investigate, because they're just going to get shot down. Try and disable the cannon. Okay, so that ended on Blue's turn. So it is now Pink's turn. Okay, so let's go back to there.